Bridgewater, etc. They call it by all manner of names. I want to know from you, how you intend the construction of those 14 or so landing beach projects that the new government that inherited the NDC government, I mean the Akufo-Addo government, 2017 to 2025, saw to the construction of 14 landing beach projects. Some have been commissioned, some have not been commissioned. What plans have you, as a sector minister, that uncompleted landing beach projects are completed?
Thank you very much. We will review the projects as you have mentioned. We will review the sources of funding. Where we need to attract more funding, look for more funding, we will find the funding either from GOG or from our development partners. Thank you.
Well, just for the avoidance of doubt, so that we don't appear hypothetical, Government of Ghana procured full funding for all these projects. In fact, government came to Parliament and Parliament actually approved everything, the commercial agreement, all the loans, all that government needed to do this project, was approved. I'm just giving you the information so you can pursue it. By the way, were you part of the policy on fisheries?
Honorable Leader, is the money still there?
This issue of policy.
The money, is it still there?
Honorable Chair, respectfully, my question was very clear. We must not have give and take at the head of the table. Government approved a loan. This was a structured facility. The contractor will have to access the fund upon submission of certificate, how construction payment is structured. You do get your certificate and you submit whichever stage you are paid. So it's not a matter of the money is there or not. There's a loan that we procured and same has been disbursed. So if she says that she would pursue it, that's fine. But I want to know from the honorable nominee on these landing beach projects. It was originally under Transport Ministry. It was originally under the Transport Ministry. There is a new government with its own policy initiatives. Would you be happy to pursue getting the facility and the supervision of these landing beach projects under your ministry?
I think this would be a matter for cabinet discussion.
Now, the NDC manifesto, the policy on fisheries, were you part of the enactment?
No, I wasn't. I was a member of many other committees except that one. Thank you.
So, by the way, do you have the manifesto with you?
I do not have a copy, but I have what we said in the manifesto and the fisheries here.
Share with us.
Okay.
The specifics.
Okay. So we said that We will collaborate with landing beach committees and leverage technologies to combat corruption in the distribution of the premixed fuel. We will establish a Blue Economy Commission to sustainably harness and regulate our marine and freshwater resources.
The first point. The first point.
Collaborate with landing beach committees, 350 of them, and leverage technologies to combat corruption in the distribution of the premixed fuel.
That is a policy.
Yes.
Implement this.
As is what we said we would do, out of which, yes, policy statements can clearly emanate from that.
Yes.
Yes. I'm telling you, reading verbatim to you, what, Mr. Chairman, what the NDC manifesto said we would do under fisheries and aquaculture. So that is one. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
My question is that what you just read out to us, is that a policy? That was my question. Respectfully.
Yes.
What is policy?
Please proceed. If that is your policy, proceed.
The next one is establish a Blue Economy Commission to sustainably harness and regulate our marine and freshwater resources. The next one is to enhance aquaculture through improved fish genetics, commercial fingerling production, strengthened quality assurance, and disease control.
Let's stay there. Let's stay there. So on this third one, how do you hope to implement this?
As we know, aquaculture is extremely important since fisheries provide 60% of protein for Ghanaians, but our marine and inland fish resources are depleting. So we need to enhance aquaculture. Currently we have, I think we have only 6 or so large aquaculture, 6 large-scale farms, 14 medium-scale, and a lot, 2,300 small-scale aquaculture farms. So one of the things that we intend to do is to support, attract, direct, facilitate funding for operators of aquaculture farms. Also, one of the very expensive things that affects aquaculture is the feed, because the inputs into feed are imported and it makes the feed very, very expensive. So linked to and in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, we will look at how to produce especially maize and soya bean in Ghana, just for the aquaculture subsector of fisheries. We also want to invest into research, especially around disease control, so far as aquaculture is concerned. So these are some of the things that we intend to do to support the growth of aquaculture for jobs and for prosperity, especially for our young people. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable nominee, to the Ghanaian youth listening to you now, this is very assuring. What timelines would you want to provide?
Mr. Chairman, if it pleases the House, then I'm approved. And it pleases the President to keep me for 4 years. I have 4 years under the President's instruction and direction to implement this. But when I get to the office, then I'll work out the timelines, because I cannot be saying things that I do not have the concrete facts for. Thank you.
Will 3 months be enough for you to work out the timelines?
3 months to work out timeline. No. Yes, please.
That's fair. Now, you know the poverty levels along our coast. How do you look forward to creating opportunities for women in the area of fishing?
Thank you very much. As we all know, women really dominate the fishery sector. Men own canoes. Some women own canoes as well, but men go bring the produce. The women who take over, they process the fish into the different smoked fish, fried fish, what have you. And sometimes they are faced with the problem of capital funding. And so linked with the establishment of the Women's Development Bank, we are hoping that small loans will be given to the women, the fishmongers, so they improve their work. We are also looking at processing centers. Even in the area of aquaculture, we are looking at perhaps big investment in creating aquaculture farms where there's cold bring their produce there, but the market needs to be their market.